You are not behind. You are not failing. You are someone whose 20s were interrupted, reshaped, and stretched by a world that changed faster than anyone prepared you for. You did what you were told. You stayed inside during what were supposed to be your peak years. You studied from your bedroom, graduated through a screen, and tried to build a future while the world felt frozen. Now you're expected to move forward as if nothing happened, as if those years didn't leave a mark on your body, your plans, or your sense of time. Nothing about this makes you broken. It makes you human, living through a very specific moment in history. Psychologically, many people your age are in what's been called a second adolescence. But this isn't about rebellion or identity alone. It's about repair. In your teens, you explored who you were in a world that at least pretended to be stable. In your late 20s, you're sorting out who you are in a world that feels unstable, automated, and permanently online. Your brain is performing an internal audit. On one side is the path you were taught to follow: study hard, get a degree, follow the steps. On the other side is the world you now live in: automated, accelerated, and quietly replacing human effort with machines and algorithms. This creates cognitive dissonance, the stress of holding two conflicting truths. I did what I was supposed to, and the promised outcome isn't here. Your mind keeps asking, does this path still make sense? Can I live like this for the next 10 years? If not, what do I do with everything I invested? That confusion is not failure. It's your brain trying to protect your sense of meaning in a world where the rules quietly changed. You are also living inside a constant comparison loop. You open your phone and see people your age buying houses you can't afford, traveling while you calculate rent, and getting engaged while you wonder if anyone will stay. You're not seeing their real lives, only their highlight reels. But your nervous system reacts as if it's the full story. Psychology calls this upward social comparison. Done constantly, it slowly erodes self-worth. You don't just think, they're doing well. You start to feel, I am behind, even when your circumstances are completely different. Then there's the economic reality. Rent, housing prices, and the cost of living have risen far faster than wages. You're asked to build a life your parents' generation could afford on one income, while you struggle to achieve half of it on two. This isn't just adulthood being hard. It's chronic stress. Survival feeling like a monthly calculation instead of a given. That pressure shows up as exhaustion, numbness, irritability, and the sense that you never quite catch up. Work carries its own weight. You were told you needed a degree to get a job, yet every entry role demanded years of experience. You stood in the middle, no longer a student, never quite qualified. Even when you find work, part of your mind watches automation and AI advance and quietly wonders how long your role will exist. That background uncertainty drains motivation. And then there is connection. Dating now comes with its own toll. You match, talk, share pieces of yourself, and then someone vanishes. Ghosting has become normal, but your nervous system still experiences it as rejection. Over time, those small abandonments make you guarded, self-doubting, and emotionally tired. It becomes easy to think, maybe I'm the problem. But often, it's not about your worth. It's about a culture that treats people as disposable and relationships as endlessly replaceable. Your longing for stability in that environment is not weakness. It's a sign your nervous system still values depth. So when you feel exhausted, detached, or unmotivated, it's not laziness. Often it's your system shutting down what feels performative, the endless striving and proving, because there's only so much uncertainty a mind can hold. You lived through a pandemic during formative years, entered unstable job markets, faced housing systems stacked against you, and tried to build intimacy inside swipe culture. That is a lot for one decade. You are not becoming boring. You are becoming selective. There is a quiet purpose to this stage. Your late 20s pull you away from external milestones, titles, money, followers, toward internal truth. Can I live with this? Does this respect my limits? Does this relationship treat me like a person, not an option? On the surface, it might look like you're stuck. Inside, you're adapting. You are not someone who wasted your 20s. You are someone who came of age through lockdowns, economic instability, technological upheaval, and endless comparison, and still kept searching for meaning, connection, and integrity. You are not broken. You are rebuilding.